Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this edition of Yorkville Sports. You're in the nest, the Eagles Nest, and I'm your host, Joe Patrick. Well, we haven't been around for a while, but you know what? We're back. And we're back with all of the sports, some of the sports, but we're here to talk about baseball. It's our travel baseball report, and we want to bring you guys up to speed as we have not seen you since sometime last year. I don't know. Did we even do a broadcast last year? Maybe it was back in June. I don't know. It's been a long time. I miss you guys. Anyway, we're going to start off with the 8U team. They're coming off. The 8U team has come a long way since last year, and only about 70% of the team returned for this year. Some of the guys were older. They went from 8 to 9, so they were moving up. So we had to retool that team as we always do with some of the 8Us, with all of the 8Us. But the team they're playing for the first time together. Some of them, and they have a little struggles coming out of the gate, but you know what? These guys have a lot of hearts like eagles, or is that hearts like a lion? I don't know, but we Eagles, we do with those talents, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. So 8U team, we only have one this year, guys. Keep your heads up, play hard, play well, get it on, get it. What is it? Get on, get in, get over, get in. Get on, get over, get done. Something like that, but you'll figure it out, just like I got to figure it out too. See, I don't have all the answers to everything. Now we want to move on to the 9U North team. The 9U North team is in the crosshairs of our scope right now because that 9U North team, that's a new team also. Well, they played last year, but they have some new players. We don't like to name a lot of names, especially last names, because all of our last names are Eagles. That's it. So it's Paul Eagle, Ryan Eagle, this Eagle, that Eagle. We don't give you last names because that's not important. The last names, if you don't know the guys, I'm not telling you who they are. They're kids. That's all. We don't go by first names around here. But anyway, the 9U North team, these guys are playing inspired baseball. These guys, they're being led by two of the newest members of the team, Josh and Paul, to go along with Kai and Justin and all the other guys that are on the team, Eli, and a couple of other guys. All of those guys that are on the team, they're playing inspired baseball. These guys are 4-1-1. So they have 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And last week, I have to tell you what they did to Pro Swing. They took it to Pro Swing so hard. I mean, these guys won both their games, winning 19-10 and 13-9. 19-10, 13-9. I don't know what you call that score. It's almost like is that a football score? Yeah, it is. Baseball shouldn't be like that. 1-0, 2-0, 1-2. That kind of stuff. These guys put the big hurt down on them boys last week. So as far as the 9U North team, guys, I just have to say keep up the good work. I mean, you're in the crosshairs. So we're looking for you. We're going to keep our eyes on you and hope that you have nothing but success in this year. All right. So we're going to move on to 9U South. That's the 9U South team. These guys they got a little chip. They got a little chip. That was the guys from last year. They were the 9U South that won last year. But those are the same guys. So anyway, these 9U South guys, I mean, they're off to a 4-2 record right now. They lost 2 games, but this is the championship team from last year. And as you can see, we're going to be visited by 2 of the pitchers from last season. And as a matter of fact, why don't we see what they had to say about that? We talked to them a short while ago. We have Ryan and Harrison. Say hello, boys. All right. So, these guys are part of that juggernaut team that we didn't think would lose a game last year. Did you guys lose any games last year?
I think we lost 1.
Yeah, 1.
You lost 1 game. See, we didn't think that they were going to lose any games last year, and they wind up going all the way to the championship. And then what did they do? Just win, baby. That's all they did. They won the championship. And these 2 boys pitched the final game, and I think you guys shut the guys out, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So tell me, Ryan, what was it like coming from where you started in the beginning of the season, not knowing what you were going to do, not knowing how your team was going to be, and making it all the way to the championship?
Well, at first, it was nervous because, it was my first season and I was just pitching. And now, so as the days went on, I started getting more comfortable pitching. And as when I went to the championship, I was nervous at the same time, but I was excited to pitch. So I did all my best and I pitched well.
All right. So, and what about yourself? You pitched in that game as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, what was it like being out there on that mound like that? Your parents were in there. Your parents were out there. You had all those fans cheering you on and everything. Were you nervous?
Yeah, a little nervous, but when I got on the mound, I felt like I was very excited that I had a chance to close the game out or to win the game or win the championship.
All right. Well, now, what was the pitch that you threw at them that kind of kept the other team off balance?
Well,
did you have a pitch, or were you just throwing lightning down there? What was it?
well, I threw a lot of good pitches, but maybe I think in the second inning, I pitched a really fast one right down the middle, and he swung, and then he missed it by a lot. So maybe that got me fired up, and then I was really excited after that pitch.
All right. What about your batting? How'd you do?
I hit really well. I think I remember hitting a home run and I think a double, and the hitting at the same time I was nervous, but I knew that when I was nervous that wasn't gonna help me, so I just got all that out of the way.
So you settled down.
Yeah.
You just settled down and got into it. Okay, so how was your season this year? You guys are playing well, huh?
Yes.
Did you lose any games?
Yes.
Yeah, we've lost 2, I think. Or
Yeah,
4
two, yeah.
You lost 2 games. So from what I understand, the South team, you're 3-3 on the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-3, or was it 4-2?
4-2, yeah.
So
4-2.
You're 4-2. So you know what? We got Kylie. We got to correct you. The boys said that they're 4-2, not 3-3. So we're going to leave that. We're going to take their word for it, Kylie, because you know why? They played the game. You didn't. So anyway, guys, I just want to thank you for coming in and giving us a little brief snapshot. Okay, guys, so, that's what the boys had to say. Those were the 2 winning pitchers from the final game of last year, and they're a phenomenal group of boys. I mean, what could we say about them? Right now, they won their games, both games against the Spartans last week. They won 13-1 and 9-5. 13-1, 9-5 wins for the 9U South boys. All I can say is that's Rob's team. And Rob's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's got nothing but big boys on his team. Big boys with big bats and strong arms or lasers or something like that. So, guys, keep up the good work. We look for nothing but good things from you this year. So bring us another chip. I got a chip on my shoulder. I want another chip. I need a chip for the other side. All right. So anyway, 10U North. The 10U North team has had a tough start to this season, but the players are playing better each and every week. They have to manufacture some runs. They've got to get the the runs on the board. Errors are important. We have to cut down on the errors and get runs over. So, in other words, we have to score more runs and stop the other team from scoring on us. So, we have to just keep playing every single week like it's the last game of the season, and you want to, we just got to get it done. Get it done. So, we look for nothing but good things from this guy, this 10U North team. So we have 10U South. We're going over to 10U South. 10U South split last week, just losing the first game by a hair. They lost that first game 7-5. 7-5 loss. They're 4-2 on the season. So that last week's loss was one of those losses. And but they redeemed themselves and came back and won 12-8. So it was a 7-5 loss, 12-8 win. Boys, they played the Spartans. You know what we do with the Spartans? It was supposed to be the Greek gladiators and all that kind of stuff. But you see, we're Eagles. You know what we do? I got to tell you what we do with those talents in a minute. But anyway, the boys are 4-2 in the season. So 10U South, just keep it going. Keep doing your thing, all right? We'll be looking for you. All right, now we're going to move over to the 11U South team. 11U South is playing an inspiring brand of baseball right now, and they're getting better each week. Last week, I have to say that they won 5-1. They played TYA. I don't know what the acronym means, TYA. Maybe somebody will tell me what that acronym means. But they beat TYA in the first game 5-1, and then they wind up losing a nail biter. I'm talking about a screecher. I don't know how close. It couldn't get no closer than this. The boys lost by 1 run on a score of 8-7. So, guys, hey, listen, just do what you do. Sometimes baseball is a game of inches. And if you give up an inch, sometimes that inch will come back to bite you later on. So don't give up any inches, all right? Maybe get big yards on those guys, but don't give up any inches. You take yards on them. Don't give up any. Right, so we're going to move around to the 12U North team. 12U North split their games last week after a tough loss in the first game. They redeemed themselves by coming back and winning 9-3 in the second game. They played the Game of Fury. Now, this, if you remember, Game of Fury kind of played us all around tough last year. But, all of the Game of Fury teams were pretty good last year. So what we have to do is just keep our eyes on what it is that we're trying to do. Eagle eyes, eagles can see from far, far away. So guys, I need you to start doing that. Anticipate. It's all about anticipating what's happening in front of you. Good players always do that. All right? So anyway, themselves, all around, they play really well. Trevor, who pitched a complete game with 10 strikeouts in that 9-3 win that they did in their second game, he pitched 10 strikeouts, actually. 10 strikeouts, and he was helped on the field by solid defense from Miles, Alex, and Jake. So these boys put it together. Miles played good, Alex played good, Jake played good, whole team played good in the second game. The first game, it's like the guys went to sleep. Boys, wake up. You can't lose by the score that you did and come back and win by the score that you did and then turn around and say, well, don't be satisfied with that. You have to be consistent. Consistency always wins. So, when you're in the gym, hey, don't fool around. Get in there, get your swings in. When you're on the field on practice, do your thing, all right? So that's what we need to do. All right, so we're going to 12U, our 12U team. Our 12U South team, I guess. Our 12U South team, after a shaky start, isn't that Clark Wright's team? That is Clark Wright's team. Clark, hey, and the big Sexy. Hey, Sexy. I see you guys out there. I know that you guys did a great job. They great team last year, great team this year. We had some changes. Some guys left. A few guys, we had one come back. We had someone return. And it's all about being consistent and getting back to those winning ways. But as I said, after a shaky start and a loss and tie in the first game of the season, they lost the game and they tied the game. So, and that's unusual for this South team, this 12U South team, because they're always winning. Win one, lose one, but never lose and then tie. So their record right now is 3-2-1. 3-2-1 that
2 losses, 3 wins, and that 1 tie. So we just have to get back to where we were before, guys. And last week they cleaned the clocks of the Kings. I don't know who these Kings are, but they won. Now listen to this. This is the team that puts up runs by the bunches. All right, they won 28-1. They mercy ruled these guys. Sam just walked in here, and Sam is one of the pitchers of the team. He's being modest. He just walked right out the door. But, I mean, these guys are crazy, crazy good. All right? And they play like it. The scores manifest themselves right here on paper when you look at it. 28-1 in the first game, 32-8 in the second game. This is what we come to expect from these guys. Actually, you know, we should stop expecting games like this every week, because we know games are not going to be like this every week, but most of the games are going to be like this every week, because that team knows how to manufacture runs, play good defense, and they have arms on the mound. James is back. He pitches. Sam, I think Sam has got to be one of the strongest arms at any level in this game of baseball here for the Eagles. I mean, Sam is he just does things with the ball. He's crazy with that pitch. But anyway, so 12U South team, please. Guys, Clark, you know, Big Sexy, exactly. You know, guys, just keep it up. The whole team, keep it up. Just do your thing. All right, so last we're going to round this out, and we're going to talk about the 15U team. We don't have a 13 or 14U teams this year, but 15U, that's Bradshaw. That's the team. They're the senior members of our program, the senior members of the Eagles program. They've been around a long time, and we come to expect nothing but great things from that 15U team. You know, just win games. That's all we do. That's all they do. Right now, I'm not quite sure of their record, but I do know that they probably only lost 1 game, so they could be 5-1 right now. Last week, they took on the Sluggers, and they beat the Sluggers up. I have to say, I don't know, it's not right what they did to these guys. You got to remember, these are the big boys. They're playing 60-90. They're playing on a regular Major League Baseball field, and they're putting up all kinds of numbers on people. Won the first game 18-5, and won the second game 9-1. 18-5 win, 9-1 win. All I have to do is say, Brad, keep doing your thing. Just keep doing it, Brad. I don't see you. Say hi to the wife for me. You know, I miss you guys around here. I don't know when you come in. Maybe it's on the day that I'm not here, but Brad's been around for a long time. His team has been around for a long time, and we've been on for a long time, so we got to go right now. So, guys, we will come back with a report for next week, and hopefully we'll get more information. We'll get some video, maybe. We'll get some pictures. Maybe some guys will get out there and take some pictures for us. I usually go out and take pictures, but, you know, my schedule is pretty hectic right now, but I'm going to try to get out there and see all of you this season. So, in closing, you know what we do. We're Eagles, and as Eagles, we fly higher than everybody else, and we come down on whole teams and programs with our talents, and we grab them by the talents, and we shake them around, and we shake things up to bring about the best brand of baseball here in New York City, and that's the Yorkville Eagles. And if you want to hear more about all of the programs that we have and these Yorkville Eagles, all you have to do is log on to yyaa.org or call us at 212-360-0022, and we'll tell you about what's going on. We are actually getting ready to register for our fall season as spring is in full effect. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's 50 years for Yorkville. So this whole year, from fall all the way through spring of next year, we're going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary. So we want you guys to stick around. We're giving away a lot of stuff. We're got a lot of good things planned for you guys. So you'll miss it if you're not here. So just stay tuned, all right? Eagles, we'll see you next week.